Bonsoir. Hello. How we doing? Look at this little intro screen, eh? What's up, Scouts? How we doing? Sorry, can't stick around. Gotta meet. Hey, no worries, mate. You have a good evening. Hope you're doing alright. Magiwara, I love your draw. Thank you very much. Appreciate the love. Before you go, Scouts, can you just let us know if the audio is any good in terms of is it too loud, too quiet, music-wise as well? If you're still here. Good morning, Christy. I'm about to get started. Look at us though with a proper stream setup, eh? We made it. What's up, though? How you doing? Right, let me pop this in here. Christy Magic, thank you very much. So I've managed to sort out a setup situation where I can stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. We have our intro screen and now we can cut through to the live view, and I've got my iPad on one side recording. You guys are on the screen now. Let's just reduce the size down of that text though. Chat box is huge. So today is a bit of a pilot run for me to an extent. I just want to make sure that this is all looking nice and is working, because this is quite an old computer I'm using. So fingers crossed it holds up okay. If any of you could just spam something in the chat, that'd be magic. I just want to make sure that that chat box is nice and nice size this time instead. Right. So whoever's here, if you could just drop a little message in the chat, that'd be magic, and then I can work out if that's good. Like I said, a bit of a test run today. Fingers crossed it goes smoothly and it actually holds up. That's what I'm most concerned about. So I can read that, Christy. I can indeed, and you can see yourself on the screen as well. But let's just see what's going on. Testing. There's a bit of a delay as well, guys, so bear that in mind. Good evening, Curly's Barbecue Corner. Right, I think we're all good. Just gonna move this a little bit. So, like I said, a bit of a test run. I just want to make sure that this is all gonna work correctly going forward. But we got a lovely little new setup. I got loads of stuff happening all around me right now. So it's and I get to use my mic as well, which is nice. Sweet. Right, so that should now be nice and small enough that it will pop on the screen. Could you please do a tutorial about your starting screen? So cool. What did it look like again? That's pretty cool. Yeah, some palm trees. I mean, I could make that pretty easily actually. Maybe not a tutorial. I could kind of whip it up now if really, but Alright, well we'll see what we do with that one. Cool, right, so how is everybody? How are we doing? Let me know if the music's a bit weird. There's a whole library of stuff that we can get our hands into now, so we can really change it up. What should we go for? That'll do. Right, so drawing. Anyway, how is it, Christy? How are you doing? You must be heading to do a school run soon. Julie's here. How you doing, Julie? Julie, you've missed everything. Right, that looks about right. Right, so just as a quick, while it's on the screen, this is tomorrow's Patreon exclusive tutorial. So if you like this design, you can get it tomorrow on Patreon. So Joel Create over on Patreon. So if you want to grab this tutorial, it'll be there live tomorrow. I'm just finishing up the editing on it, but it will be live and ready. Really cool neon effect in there. Where did I want to go? I wanted to go into my stack here. And let's create a new canvas. So I wanted to kind of replicate that kind of look that I just showed you on the screen. So it's going to be some sort of like neon design, like a reflective floor. So we it should be fun. Should be fun. Let me just double check over on. What's cool about this setup now is it will also show, it's also live on Twitch at the exact same time, so we can I can monitor both of them at exactly the same time. So Julie, it's such a flirt. There's a bit of a delay. I think there's about 20 seconds on the delay, so bear that in mind. Okay, cool. Right, let me start drawing. So my setup's a bit strange for me. It's like everything's at a weird angle. Cool. Christy, sorry, you said a second ago, not today. I'm taking a long weekend to go to the beach. Oh, magic. Love that. Let's go back actually. Let's do a different canvas size. So fingers crossed also this camera holds out as well, in terms of it's just an older phone that I'm repurposing for this, so fingers crossed it will look good as we go through this. Let me know anywhere through the through this if the music's too loud in any way. Cool, right, let's start recording on the other phone. Let's get some drawing done. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. I was so excited to get all of this stuff done today for the stream. Just takes it to a bit of a different level, you know, a bit more of a professional, I guess, sort of look to it. And fingers crossed the whole stream holds up, because I think I've nailed it down. So what's up, Laura? How you doing? Good to see all of you are in. How is everybody? Laurie, you've missed a couple, haven't you? Lucy from Austria, how you doing? Thank you for popping in, saying hello. You having a good day? You guys are so funny and so awesome. I love it when you come in here and just have a chat between yourselves. Say hello to everybody. Love it. Love it. Look at this, guys, eh? Why is that doing that? How was my birthday? It was great. It was really good. So my friends got married on the day before, so we were celebrating up until midnight for them, and then obviously it struck midnight, and yeah, we celebrated. It was good fun, really good fun, and obviously other than the football, it was awesome. Great day, and it was lovely, really lovely. A lot of my friends are getting married at the same sort of time, so we got a lot of weddings to get through. But it was awesome. It was really, really a beautiful day as well, to be honest. Beautiful day. That's not Twitch on the screen. That's a mix, Laura, between YouTube and Twitch. So if anybody does go over and watch on Twitch, you will go into the same chat at the same time. So I need to sort it out though by looking at that. Like, it's not aligned to the left hand side, so you guys are getting cut off a little bit. So I'll fix that at some point. Yeah, I know, Christy. You guys don't come for me. You just come here, have a chat, listen to me in the background, just waffle on. This isn't really my stream anymore, it's your stream. Let me catch up with you guys. But on the day, on my birthday, sorry, we did absolutely nothing. I was so tired because I had a wedding on the... So my birthday was on the Monday. We had a wedding on the Saturday and a wedding on the Sunday. I was shattered. Like, I sometimes think I have a pretty big social battery, but Jesus Christ, I was out of it by Monday. So we just came out and just slept and just chilled out. I didn't want to do anything. Thanks, Curly's Barbecue Corner, for coming out and chilling out with us. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. What am I drawing today? This is just, I'm working on some neon stuff. Again, maybe some tutorial stuff, but I just got some designs in my head that I just want to get rid of. So I'm just drawing out some arrows here that are like neon bars, basically. And excuse me, they will be making their way sort of into the center, and I don't know, because a lot of the stuff coming up for Cooper in the future is going to be a lot of light work. Let me just put that there, like lighting work. Yeah, this music's a bit chaotic. I can't really concentrate. Let's what category shall we pick? What category? There is a lo-fi category. Some of them are a bit weird though. That's better. Something to chill out to. Otherwise I'll start raving or something. Comments on the screen are in a different order than the ones that are on there. Aren't they actually? Can't really see it too much. Oh, Yvonne, yeah, that's her name. My bad. Do you know what, Laura? I've done it again. In the latest tutorial, I have slipped up again, and I genuinely didn't even mean to. I heard myself go, and I'm just going to make my way, and then every time I like mentally pause for a second and go, shit, they're going to catch me on that one again. Every time. I can't wait for you guys to get hold of the tutorial tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. It's a really fun tutorial. It's a long one, but it's a good tutorial. Yep, I'm just waiting for the comment tomorrow when you get the tutorial. Probably the GIF as always. Laura loves to pick me out on it. You think this is elevator music? Let's just change it again. It's meant to be lo-fi, but this particular track's dreadful. This is all like non-copyright music so that we can play it on the stream. But some of it's a bit naff. This will do for a second. Oh, for God's sake. Give it a rest. Sing you a song. You do not pay me enough for me to do that, Julie, I'm afraid. Hey, actually, while some of you are here and patrons, I just want to take a second to thank you again for your support. This software isn't free, and it's a monthly cost, so I just wanted you to know it's going back into the setup. So I appreciate you and all your support as always. What did the music just say there? That sounded like a part of a film. I can't remember what it was. Going down, Jesus. My channel would be going down. YouTube would be taking that down very quickly. Well, Julie, you're still on the basic package on Patreon, so you've got a long way to go before we get to ending. Crazy. Let me catch up with the chat. What's new? Nope, you are absolutely right. always am grateful because there's so much support and there's also so many other places you could be. But you're sat watching me draw and be abused in chat, and I appreciate all the support, but especially from the patrons as well. Just the fact that anybody would put their own hand in their pocket just to, you know, support us is crazy. Always crazy. And plus, you know, we actually do have a pretty sweet community of our patrons. Some of them are a bit, you know, a bit rough around the edges, like, I don't know, Julie or something, but, you know, we do have a good bunch. Jesse, drop a super sticker on payday, but it's got to be worth it. Jesus. I told you. Joel Create on OnlyFans. Go and check it out. That is a joke. Don't. If anybody goes over there and there is actually a page, it's not me. So just calm down. So I did something quite similar to this once for Trap Nation, and I've loved the idea of doing it again, but it's a matter of how we can get it to work. So yeah, these, I mean, I used to like coming on, you know, on YouTube live and stuff to yeah, to draw, show you my creative talents, and now I just end up going to bed with tears in my eyes. Hey, what happened there? I think I was meant to hit invert. What's up, Emily? How you doing? Thanks for popping in. You must excuse some of these patrons. They're not all like it, so. Christy's about the only one that's nice and behaved. Thanks, Emily. I'm creating like this little floor here, so these are all meant to look like tiles, and now I'm going to flip all the arrows upside down. Essentially, I'm doing one side first, and then I'm going to do the other side. And if you do one side first, because it's going to be symmetrical anyway, I can just flip the entire drawing over. So it's going to be nice when it's done. He still won't show us his face. Maybe that's something we should be warned about. I don't think the internet's ready for how breathtakingly beautiful I am, but you know, that's a story for another day. In all seriousness, at one point, I've got a lot of content I want to do that will require me to do a face reveal anyway. So it is what it is. It'll be about. And if all of you unsubscribe to my Patreon, I know that you're extremely shallow people and you were only here for my, well, beautiful backs of my hands. So that's it. I'll know which ones you are. I get my list. I know what's going on. Right. Anyway, I'm trying to draw, guys. Jesus. In the early videos, you can just see the reflection. Yeah, you can. Oh my god. You guys. Yeah, stuttery. Oh, Jesus. Guys, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm an up and coming YouTuber here. Trying my best. Jeez. You think you know some people? Well, that's probably the problem. We don't know each other. Just adding in some brighter areas on the floor. You know, sometimes I feel like, what's the point in even talking about the drawing at this point? It's just not worth it. That's how I broke through on YouTube. I showed my face for a whole video. Oh, Martian Creations is here. How you doing? Yeah, it'll come. I'm not fussed about doing it, to be honest. In terms of it, you know, there's no reason why I wouldn't do it. Yeah, Emiliano, these girls are nuts. You know, I'm surprised some of them don't already know like my national insurance number or some stuff like that. So I don't know why I've just flipped that vertically. It makes no difference. It's a perfectly straight arrow. Emily, this if you're new here and you've been in this stream before or haven't been in the stream before even, this happens all the time, and I can't stop it now. So I'm trying to reflect this underneath, but I need to make sure that the lighting's correct. So something like that might be good. And then I've done this before. And then you duplicate it, you blur it out like a lot. And then a little on this one. Just to create that very soft look to the floor. And then blur or erase this end here. Martian, how are you doing? Hope you've had a lovely week so far. He says we don't know, Joe. I have connections. Emily, you're involved now. That's it. You can't leave. These girls, well, these 3, 4, they'll track you down online. You'll be part of some WhatsApp group or something. That's it now. You're done. Right, let me carry on. What am I doing here next? Purple one. Move that up. Just got to distort that, get the angle right, and then duplicate them twice. A Gaussian blur, a big blur, and then this one with a little blur. Let me get rid of the big one. Oh no, let's get rid of the small one first. That's kind of the look I want to go for. This one on the left, the pink one's not right at all. Where's that gone? Okay, I'll happily stay. Get to have a front row seat of people exposing you. Very far on. Don't worry, very far. Jesus Christ. Right. Guys, I'm trying to get some work done. Let's grab the distorter. Yeah, this music's better. This fits in with the branding now. And that line's much, much better. Go for a big blur. And then this one's a little blur. It would be kind of fun in the future though to do some sort of videos where it's like I don't know, my tattoo stories or something. I mean, most of them have no meaning anyway, so it'd be a pointless video in a sense. But, you know, those sort of videos where it's like a bit personal, I guess, and you're like on that personal level instead. Some sort of video like that would be really cool. So we're just creating the reflections now, and every single one has to be distorted so it matches the lining of the floor underneath. And then just repeating the process until I get one side completely done, and then I'll flip it over and then use the other side for the same thing basically. So you kind of cheat to an extent. You don't get that. Yeah, we are a handful, sorry. Yeah, you guys crack on. You guys carry on in the chat. My tattoos are random and regretted, lol. Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna go back in time, I would tell myself, you know, just chill out on this one or this one. But at the same time, it's all good. I wouldn't. I don't. It's not that I regret them. It's just I would probably like maybe change up my decision on a few of them. Is it Harriet doing the voiceover with you in the last video? Yeah, it was. She did the voice of the other person momentarily while they're sort of still in the scene, I guess. That voiceover thing was like really funny to make because it was just like so. I don't know. It felt like a GCSE project or something, but fingers crossed it came across like well. It was not daunting, but it was you know, a bit different to what we normally see over here on YouTube. So I'm just trying to make sure that these reflections are nice and punchy now. Yeah, fingers crossed it didn't come across as like I said, a GCSE project style. Oh, Christy, I'm waiting to get my sleeve done. I would love to hear tattoo stories. Emily, is it Emily said that? Yeah, Emily. Everybody's just talking about that because we spoke about my tattoos before. Can you even see them on the stream? No, you can't. But both my sleeves are fully done all the way up, and it goes across my chest, down, literally right over the center of my chest, and over onto my back as well. The center of my chest was horrific, like really, really bad. Oh god, the next day I remember lying in bed and I was done in. Like, I remember getting home and crashing, and then it was just nothing but pain for about 2 days. I think I was completely out of it for. It was awful. These are a little bit too punchy. Arthur's here. How you doing? You've come into some rowdy fans. Right, that's looking cool, but we need to add in some reflection lighting in the floor as well. So let's blur out some of these lines here. And then I need to, oh, are they alpha locked? Nope. So I'm trying to make these squares on the floor here look more like tiles. My iPad is going to die soon, so I'll join on my phone. I really don't want to leave now. Martian, I have a chest tattoo and I remember it rattling my rib cage. Oh yeah, I have my ribs on both sides as well. So I've got both sides of my ribs done. The top half of my chest, over my shoulders, onto my back. And my ribs were the same thing. Like your whole body's just shaking, getting battered. It's good though. I mean, I love them. So what I want to do here is now try to like, what do I need to do? I need to almost duplicate that layer and then select it and mask a layer. So I'm masking the grid so that I can go in now and add in some color into the tiles themselves. Which doesn't look like it's actually doing anything because I'm painting it in the wrong color, that's why. And on the layer mask. Okay, so let's see if we can add in the pink that I want to add in. What's happened? Did you ever decide on a collective names for us patrons? No, I haven't yet. Like, I think I like the phrase, you know, come and join the creative, if you want to, like the creative or something like that. I think that'd be pretty on brand. But no, I've not decided on a name yet. I don't know, I feel like we should pick something a bit more rowdy these days, you know. I don't know. The Flintstones. Oh, no, not the Flintstones. You know, but something a bit more in keeping with what we're about. And then what's happened there? Joel, you've broken Julie's heart. Damn. I'm waiting for the email to come through. Julie has cancelled her Patreon subscription. That's it. I'll be out on the streets. She won't care anymore. I have a tattoo on my eyelid. That was a brain rat. Are you serious? Jesus Christ. That's wild. That's pretty sick though at the same time. God, I'm trying to keep up at the same time. Everyone's trying to sell their OnlyFans. I have a neck one and that rattled my skull. That one I regretted. Oh no, is it a big one, Martian, or is it like on your throat or is it on the side? Cooper Crew, that's not a bad name actually. Julie, will you charge less on the streets? That'll be far, far more. Okay, so I tried to add some lighting in there, but I'm not sure I even like it. Let's scroll through these layer options and see if we can find something that looks nice. I got a feeling I'll need to maybe like make it like add and then duplicate it. Nah, it looks awful. Hate it. Hate it. Not sure I like it at all, if I'm honest. Like the reflections in the tiles. I think I prefer it cleaner like that. Just a black star on my eyelid. Jeez, nice icebreaker. I've just realised I haven't said anything for ages. Wow, that's like on me. Unlike me. What's happening on Patreon, Julie? Oh, you can show it on Discord. Yeah, show it on Discord, Laura. Siska's here, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Right, so let's try and fix this. Don't like that layer. Let's try and add in the bigger colour on the floors just to spread out these glows a bit more. The thing with neon is you always have to look at how you can build the colour up. So sometimes it might not look on point to start with, but you can very quickly get there again. And I think all of them could do with like a motion blur or pinch them together, them together, them together. I can guarantee someone's going to ask me on Instagram when I post this for a tutorial, and there's no chance. This is just something that takes too long. Three stars on the side of my... Oh, nice, cool. I wanted that at one point, a long time ago. What about aliens, since you like space stuff? Yeah, that's a good name. That's a much nicer way of doing the reflections, something like that. That's better. Much better. That's good. Okay, so they're actually looking pretty good. I'm not sure what I want to really change here, so I'm going to try and duplicate it and then see if I like it or not. I wonder if I'm going to run out of layers. Probably not. And then flip it horizontally. That always looks really cool when it overlaps like that. Then just drag that across. Gotta try and find one now. Yeah, I don't know, 21st. Oh, cool. I'd like to see that. That tattoo would be really cool. Siska, you're doing great. I'm very, very good. Thank you. Very good. This is my new stream setup for today. Oh yeah, guys, what's this stream been like? I haven't really been watching. Fingers crossed you can actually see. Follow along. Well, see along anyway. Emily, I'm doing absolute crap ATN, to be honest, because I'm self-isolating. Ugh. Hey, the only good thing for that is there's more time to draw. That is the only good thing. So, lots of time, nowhere to be. Okay, so again, just trying to build up the lighting, always key. Trying to spread it across a little bit as well. That looks pretty cool. Just trying to get that colour across a little bit, although it looks a little bit blue. I think I am going to have to highlight these lines. I know I am. No, what do I want to do? Let's select that. Let's mask that to the same, and then let's try and get that color into those tiles, because they're just not bright enough, so they need to be much more punchy where it's facing the bars. And maybe I can bring the light in back here a little bit as well, so that it's not isolated to just the side. You know, add some lighting down here. Oh, that's cool. That brings it across the screen a bit more. I'm getting there. I don't have COVID though. It was just close contact with someone and tested positive. It's good. Oh shoot, I hope you don't have to self-isolate for long. That's true. Soldier on. Stream is fine. It's having weird comments on your screen as well as ours 6 days ago. Right, let's get some more blue up this end in these tiles. I need to be quite specific here and make sure I hit the edges correctly and the points, otherwise this isn't going to look right. I need to do the tiles in behind, I can't forget those ones. And then the pink as well. No, it's purple. This one's purple. Let's make... Oh, I can't even say that anymore. I'm just going to have to just ban that from my mind of making my way every time I say it. Okay, that actually does look better now, to an extent. We just need to... I think we need to grab the black layer and just blur that out as well. Only a smidge, but then maybe move it across as well. That looks better. Oh, sorry, I was miles away. Gotta go. I'll watch the rest tomorrow. Awesome. Cheers, Emily, for hanging out. I'm sorry about this lot. Okay, cool. That's actually looking pretty good and pretty realistic, really, within the tiles. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's get it duplicated, I think. Guys, if you could actually do me a favor, if you could go over to Twitch and follow my Twitch account, I'd really appreciate it. It may be something I do in the future, so if you're able to sort of jump on board with it now, I'd really appreciate it. If you get 5 minutes, just when you go to twitch.tv, it's Joel Create. As I said, it may be something I look at in the future. Okay, so the only thing I've realised is the grid down here is slightly off compared to the other side, which is a bit of a pain. So now when I bring these lines across, they're not actually going to sit correctly. Unless I put them there. This is what you get when you do it all live. You've got to work it out. I mean, that looks alright. It's just not the same on the other side. That's pretty good. It's pretty cool. Sorry, where was it? So, Can, how you doing? Excuse my ignorance. Is Twitch an app? Christy, it's an app. It's also a website. It's either way. But yeah, it's primarily for like streaming games and stuff. But it may be something I end up doing in the future where for streaming, it can be a lot more successful than it is on YouTube. But obviously, got a following here on YouTube, so it won't be something I'll be leaving at all. But you know, just to help growth over there would be really appreciated. Right, so adding this glow now really helps those tiles start to stand out a bit more, as in you can start to get the contour of all of the tiles. So that actually doesn't look too bad like that. It's just, what is this light source here? You know, where's it coming from? Just catching up. Stream is fine, but yeah, the chat on twice is a bit weird. Oh, are you saying because it's on the screen and on the right hand side? I see what you mean now, because I did think that, but it's just something that a lot of streamers do. It's you know, to pop it on the screen. I've got a couple of other different scenes that I can use. So like I've got the starting soon screen. I also have an ending one. I've got be right back. I've got intermission screen, but this one goes a bit funny. So this is usually shown in between. And I just got an alert, but I can't see it. Ah, there it is, crisp. So every time you subscribe or like as well, on the top of above the chat window, it will show the a big alert to show you guys that somebody has just joined. So that's pretty cool as well. I like that. So Chris just subscribed and I got the big notification, but I missed it on the screen. Looks like the chat's not even showing now. Why is that not showing? Oh, it's actually gone. Hey. Did it get deleted? No. 2 seconds. Let me just add that back in. Chat box. I'm not sure where that decided to run off to. Oh, hang on. Cancel. Ah, it's still there. And your names all appear on the screen and stuff if you're like the latest subscriber or you donate or anything like that. So we've got a lot more interaction with everybody. I know I broke it. Ah, there we go. It's showing up now. Yeah, it's looking very disco, isn't it? Looks really cool though. Look at that floor. It looks proper 3D in terms of its lighting and whatnot. It's looking pretty sweet. What do I want to do? I could do anything with this. We could just put a big background in there of like maybe blue or purple or all of them. So what you can do, little trick, like to apply gradients but in a glow, is to have I got this all right? So you create your glow by tapping with the soft airbrush, and then pop it where you want it. So something like that looks pretty cool right now. But you can create a multicolored glow. You don't just have to stick to the white. So you go to your layers, you create a new layer and clip it to that, and then just go ahead and fill it in with your colors. So I've got pink, purple and blue that I want to use, and then I just fill it in with the pink. I'll fill it in then with the purple, and I'll fill it in with the light blue towards the bottom, and then you end up with a multicolored glow in the back there instead. And then I can blur them all together with the Gaussian blur. Get a nice transition through all the colours. I'm not sure I like it back there anyway, but yeah, it does look like somebody's about to walk out from X Factor. Is that one of the industrial brushes to get the floor? The floor is part of, I think it's textures. And there's grid brush in there. You'll use it in tomorrow's tutorial, Christy, in the neon mountains, well, the mountains. I don't know where I'm going with this one, to be honest with you. I mean, I could just put stars back there. Seems a bit bland. What Cooper brushes do I have? Or did I even make a new one? Let's try and find a silhouette maybe. No, a deer is definitely not the right silhouette to go in here. Palm trees could look pretty cool in the background. Could add that Miami vibe to it. So if we make them black. put them nice and big. Could like place them on either side. Just want to disperse that sort of circle in the background there. Those palm trees are huge. Let's go a bit smaller than that. This is, I'm literally just sort of freestyling this. There's no real purpose to it either. It's just a very random draw. I don't think I like it. I'm sure there's something in here we can work out. I'm going to add some stars to start with because most likely that might be somewhere I end up. Just a neon deer. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be harassed. No, I remember it, Christy. What Saturday night telly and whatnot used to be like all the time. Although it's not really changed too much. If anything, it's probably got worse. I don't watch any telly. I watch YouTube mainly, Netflix. Just add those stars in. I've got no idea where this is going. I need a subject of some sort. Okay, Gladiators was sick. Like, I don't think anyone can deny that. Does the black look better with just the stars? Like a space disco. And there we go. We got a new follower. Laura over on Twitch. Appreciate the follow, Laura. Thank you. Look at that, eh? We got alerts and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? That just looks like a really sick disco, and we could just add somebody in the middle. So let's just go dancer silhouette. PNG, because we want it. Oh. Come on. Dancer silhouette. There we go. Let's find something really cool in here. Oh, that's gonna look fire. Is that? Oh, I don't want to jump through hoops to just try and get the image. If it's a PNG, I'll take it. Do you know what? That could actually be pretty sick if we did that. Yeah, well, Twitch is definitely dead over there. It's just something I'm trying to just... If I'm going to stream, it might as well be to both platforms. So, maybe one day it'll do alright. Right, let's make this all the way up to the top. Julie just edited her pledge to the £12 tier, which means you are a superstar supporter, the only one. Julie, if you've just done that in anticipation of me kicking my socks off, I'll have to refund it. But thank you very much. I appreciate the love. Please tell me you all just saw that. Yeah, sorry. Julie, that tier does not include nudes, I'm afraid. Can't relax. This is meant to be just, you know, I'm meant to be a Procreate eyes. You guys are killing me. Anyway, this is going to look sick when I'm done with it, so sit down. Right, Joel, I'm now a superstar supporter, so enough of your cheek and start thinking of my gift. Well, thank you. I appreciate the love. I just got the email through from patrons, so. There we go. So just, we're going to end up with 2 areas of lighting on this subject here. She's going to end up getting highlighted from both sides here. Oh my god. Julie, though, I really do appreciate the support. Thank you. It's nuts you guys even think about it, but thank you very much. Appreciate the love. So this is a similar concept, by the way, if you are still here for the actual art, to Cooper's tutorial, in a sense, where you kind of need to match the lighting around the subject to the scene, so that if you are, you know, you're trying to make your subject actually look like they're part of that scene in some way, so you want to try and match up the colors. I'm going to create a new layer. What is this music? This sounds like Goosebumps or something from back in the day. What the heck? Sorry. Whoa, what happened there? What did I just miss? What did I just miss? Some sort of alert? Kiwi Traveller just dropped a follow over on Twitch. Appreciate the love. Who's Kiwi Traveller? Oh, hang on. That'd be Christy? That'd be Christy, surely. She's from down under. I like the pink on the subject, but I also think we need to add a little bit of blue in there as well, just to get all the colours on her. And plus, blue makes such a good highlight colour. Just really bounces off the subject. Goosebumps back in the day, wasn't that crazy? That was such a good show back then. I used to love Goosebumps. That definitely sounded like Goosebumps though, that wasn't just me, surely. Don't want to highlight parts of her face too much, but that looks, yeah, that looks cool. Now we've got the dual colour in here. This is going to look really nice. So we're like, look at that, like how it layers the blue on top of the pink. So you end up with like multicolored highlights. Very cool, if I do say so myself. stroking the edge of our subject, highlighting her in. Hey, look at that. We just got an email from it's an app I use, just hit 70,000 views over on YouTube. How cool is that? 70,000 views in 6 months, I think, pretty much. Madness. That's all thanks to a lot of you guys. So these dual highlights are a bit of a pain at the same time, because you end up like creating like really, you end up like adding too much lighting in a sense. You got to blend them together so that they don't, if you don't do it correctly, you'll just end up with like really horrible highlights. Okay, that looks cool. Let's merge them together and let's duplicate them and then give a little bit of motion blur in these two, just to try and wrap our subject in a bit more lighting, and then just lower the opacity down of the new one. That looks cool. And then let's duplicate her and then flip, well, we have to flip her upside down, and then we need to distort her lines, because technically there's light coming from two directions. So what you actually should do in this scenario is grab the distort tool, drag it out this way and the other way. What is, I'm not a fan of this tune either. Sorry, where's chat gone? I don't get Twitch, so I get a pass this time. That's fine, Julie. You're a superstar supporter, so you can do what the heck you like. Laura, I used to have bright neon green Goosebumps lunchbox. Yeah, I think I might have even had one as well. Julie, why have we changed up the music today? Getting sick of the old tune. I mean, Julie, right, because you just became a superstar supporter, you can tell me any type of genre you want and we'll chuck it on. If you want something crazy, energetic, well, there was actually a really energetic one somewhere. Where has it gone? Just, where is it? Where is it? But you can pick whatever music you want, you tell me. This one might be a bit more, this is EDM. Oh, sorry, drum and bass even, sorry. Stroking the edge, pause. Don't say it. My subject, not her lady lumps. No, sorry. There's a delay on just me in general on this. Oh damn it! Like I think there's like a good 20-second delay on it. So you should flick the shadows in both directions because it's a dual lighting. So you kind of want to go that way, and then you can sort of get away with merging them together and just motion blurring them like so. Because technically her shadow should actually be at the top as well, so I'm gonna have to flip that up and then distort that in. In some way. And then that's obviously quite messy at the moment, so let's just clip that to that, and now she's got 4-way lighting. That looks cool. I actually quite like this song being on, this type of music. That might be quite a regular thing. Oh, what am I doing? So that, the only thing I don't like about that is these angles that's been created. I want them to be like sharper lines rather than such wide lining. Something closer to that, really. And then really she needs a reflection, so I need to group all of those together. If I swear to God, if somebody on TikTok not TikTok, Instagram asked me for a tutorial on this one, it's a absolute no, because this would just kill. If anything, this maybe one day would be like a Patreon one, but no chance otherwise. It's just going to take too long to do such a huge tutorial. There we go. We got a little bit of lighting in there. Maybe just have a look at that and lower that down. It needs to be colourful, but it can't be too bright like that. That looks good. Is if Martian's still here, do you get abused by your fans like this, or is it, you know, is it just this particular stream? Wow, there's a genre of music here called hype bangers. Let's have a go. Anyway, this is looking pretty fire, I think. I think this is going to make a really good video. So I'm going to zoom in on the subject as always, and then pinch out with 2 fingers, and then zoom in slightly and go full screen with 4. That looks sick. I'm done with that. I'm not going to make any changes to that. Right, okay, not enjoying this. What's next? Nah, let's go back to okay, let's go Chilivia. Let's try that. Floor looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I like that. I'm very, very happy. What was I doing? I was going to stick the old logo on that. So I'm going to explain one thing though that is wrong with this, is the floor. The lines of the floor are wrong. You see this line here?
the point hits right on the edge, but this point does not hit right on the edge, and so it means that my floor is actually skewed. It's not been moved at the right angle at the same time, so that means that we've actually ended up with a slightly off design, which is really annoying because this side here, you know, these neon bars are not on the points of the grid like on the other side, which, you know, if I was going to sit here all day, I could, you know, end up messing around with, but it will do. I don't think it looks awful, so it will do. Okay, cool. I'm really pleased with that one. It's like a space disco. Looks pretty cool. What was I going to draw next? There's something else I was going to draw. Actually, what's the time? Whoa, it's 10 o'clock. Don't forget, guys, the Patreon exclusive tutorial comes out tomorrow. So if I go back here, let me go into here. This is the tutorial for tomorrow over on Patreon. So just got to wrap up the editing, which I'll probably jump off in a second and go finish. But we'll have this tutorial ready for tomorrow over on Patreon. And then this weekend's tutorial on YouTube, I'm keeping really simple. I'm gonna draw something very simple. It was a design I did a long time ago. Well, it feels like a long time ago now. It was this one. Just a really simple, minimalistic tutorial this weekend. So fingers crossed it'll go down well on YouTube. But it's actually quite a good one to do because you learn a little bit about how colouring works as a layer, because technically you draw this all in black and white, and then you guys can put any colour you want on top and it will apply it to certain areas. So it's going to be a really fun tutorial to do. Julie, what do you want? What do you want me to draw? As long as it's quick to an extent. "5 PM here, happy hour. Let's go." I'm really enjoying streaming at the moment. I really am enjoying it. It's good fun just to come on here and draw. I've got to draw anyway, but you know, it's good fun to hang out with you guys, especially on a, I say this every single time, but it's really fun to come on here and hang out with you guys in a more casual, like chilled, well, it's beyond casual at the moment, but it's you know, in a more relaxed atmosphere, because you guys are used to my tutorials where it's very straight to the point, etc. But it's definitely really fun to come on here and just chill out with everybody. Yeah, Laura, keep it clean. What do you want me to draw? And like, I get to I've been like messing around today with setting up all this software and stuff, and I got phones doing all the webcam stuff and all that. So that was fun to set up. But yes, it is really cool. Yeah, exactly, Martian. There's no pressure. Just come on here and chill out. I've got to draw, and if people are here to hang out for a bit, which you know, credit to all of you here, you're the ones that are always here. So I appreciate the support and the love, as always. My name, or you can pick. Keep it clean as it needs to be. So I tell you what we could do is we could reuse this scene in a sense for your name. So if I go back and we swipe to duplicate that, so we've already done a bit of work on that. We can get rid, we could either keep the neon bars on either side, but we'll probably get rid of them. Get rid of the ballet. Let me just go back and make sure I've not just deleted all of that. No, I haven't. And let's get rid of all of it. Everything but the floor, essentially. And we can work on the lighting, but at a different angle this time. So I can do your name. So let's add some text in here. Let's go for Julie. Yeah, so Discord's really fun, Martian, for us a lot in terms of I've sort of set up and it links really well to my my Patreon. So you guys can get special permissions every time sorry, you can get special permissions in Discord because you are a patron. So, and every single, depending on what level you are, you also get a different color to let others know that you are a certain level of patron as well. So Julie, for example, you on Patreon, on Discord now, will get it goes patron, so normal support, so supporters are red, super supporters are orange, and superstar supporters are bright yellow. So when you're over on Discord now, you'll have a different color for your name, because you are a different tier now. So, and you are also my first superstar supporter, so appreciate that. Oh, what happened to, I don't know why that font always does this. It messes up my like I can't use it. It sort of messes up. I can't see the preview, but then if I let go, it does that. Right, let's try and find a really nice font that I've got installed. Obviously thinking a pretty fun neon would look pretty sweet with this style. That always looks pretty good. See, I think if this wasn't all in capitals as well, that might look pretty good. We'll try that. Let's just try going capital J, but the rest is all under. What could we do? What's your Julie Wild, isn't it? Ah, okay, cool. Let's do that. So let's go that. Yeah, okay, cool. This is going to look really cool. So let's go Julie. Would maybe change that font because that makes this look like a U, which is really annoying. It's actually a pretty good font for what I want to do. Let's scroll back up here. I think I had like I'm looking for a really bold, blocky font. I do have a number of them installed because I love doing these retro styles. So Julie, and then we'll change your last name. I'm not changing your last name, but Wild. And then let's find a nice let's find a nice font to go with this. Something really fun. Something like, I think Wild, like the Road Rage font, just there you go. There you go. It's gotta be. That looks so cool. And then it's just a matter of positioning these in a certain way that we can get. I mean, the problem is they're not going to look very good in like a neon style though. That's the only thing. So maybe we just make sure that the floor is super reflective, and instead we edit this and make this, rather than white, we want it to be like pink, so it goes with that neon, but maybe a slightly redder pink, something like that. It's pretty cool. Ooh, behave. Oh, it's nice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rasterize that one, alpha lock it, fill that, and let's scale this down and down like this. So we're going to make the Julie text 3D. So looking at that, we've got quite a bit of work there to do. guy. Behave. What do I need to do here? Oh no, I've got it. There we go. So that's looking nice and 3D. Let's actually... I feel like I'm inspired by this music right now. I'm guesstimating where this line is. So something like that. Okay, let's work off of the lines I can see. Cool, that's looking cool. Let's do the same over here as well. And I've got to, again, just sort of guesstimate these lines a little bit because there is no way of being able to tell. Making sure that's all filled in. Lovely. I mean, it doesn't look awful in non-3D, to be fair, but for this style to look its best, it probably should be. This music is genuinely an absolute tune right now for a change. I love like retro sort of EDM. It always reminds me of the film Kevin and Perry Go Large. No, Christy, don't encourage her. No, I did not propose. Jesus Lord. Has anyone used the voice thing on Discord? No, but I think we could do that at some point. That'd be really cool. I had an idea in my mind then of being like, oh no, yeah, I mean, I could probably do that on stream, but then like I realised who's on my Discord, so you lot would be free reign just to sort of, you know, bring my YouTube career come crumbling down. All I want to do is do it. That is such a cool film back in the day. It was so sick. Okay, cool. That's actually looking pretty sweet. I want to grab this like dark purple color in the background. That looks sweet. Let's go and on this layer, let's rasterize it. Let's actually I need to create an outline. I know how to, it's just working out which way I wanted to do it. Feather. Let's just go for a 2. Let's color fill it. And then let's duplicate the life out of it. I'm going to invert it into white in a minute though. Alpha lock, let's change that to white. Let's fill that layer. I want the white outline really, but this text is so tight to each other that I'm not sure that this is going to work. Oh, damn it. So this is, let's grab that color again. This is a pretty fun way to do this like 3D text look down here. So I think I should be able to, how do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna have to do a straight line instead. Or I could do an ellipse. Create that really retro 3D looking text. Oh damn, sorry, who did I miss that was going? Cheers Christy for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you being here. Okay, cool. That's actually looking pretty sweet already. I just want to add in. Why is that not doing that? Airbrush. So the whole retro look is like really dependent on a lot of text. You know, it can be the real reason why your sort of retro look comes to life a bit more. So let's just, oof, very nice, very nice. I then need to work on this outline because this outline needs to have some 3D element to it of some sort. Like I need to add the shading in. So always creating clipping masks, or always do that instead of, I'd much rather create a new layer and then just be able to quickly delete it in the future. Now the problem is I've got letters that are like very close. So I need to sort of match up that line to this line somehow, kind of like that. There we go. And the dog's going nuts. And then just going across here. And I want to shade, I think, all of the letters with a lighting source that's under. So anything on the inside, I think I'm going to have to add that into. Yeah, Julie, I'll absolutely send it to you. I can. I think it's your email address is on Patreon anyway, so I can send that across over there. I'll email it to you so that you can, just the same as I did with Martian as well, you can have the file. So if you want to have a play with it, you can do. And I'll otherwise send you like a JPEG as well, so you can post it online if you want to. Just be sure to tag your boy. And then there we go. Let's go up here. Underlighting in here, this also really needs to be darker because there shouldn't be any light really hitting in there. It's kind of just the bottom area now, and then we can just scroll through these until we get a slightly darker pink, maybe like that. I mean, really, I could probably go to multiply, or even just go to normal and then just lower the opacity down like so. End up with a really nice solid line like that. And then on here, I'm actually going to add in some pink from this. And I want to just sort of give this edge a bit of a brighter look to it. You are very welcome, Julie. You're very, very welcome. Have we all gone to bed? What's happening? Where's everybody? I'm actually then going to change my mind, go for a darker version and darken this up instead. That's better. So we've still got that lovely bit of colour in there, but then this is the main focal point. So I think we need to just make sure that the wild part of this either sits slightly in front, so like that. I think that looks pretty good. We could even warp it if we wanted to sort of bend it around the first name. So maybe something a bit closer to like this instead. Really bring that up like that. Bring that down maybe. No, I don't like that. Looked okay with a little bit, but I've done this particular style before and I actually warped it the other way, so it's rounded, and I always think that looks pretty cool. So something closer to that looks pretty sweet. Thank you, Martian. Appreciate that. Martian, what's your actual name before I continue just to keep calling you that? Or if you don't want to say, you're more than welcome to politely tell me to go away. Alright, let's just grab this, drag it down so we get that really cool sort of drop shadow look to it. It could even go above actually, so that they're facing inwards to each other, but we'll go down. Let's arc that. Oh no, I do know your name actually. It's on it's on Patreon. Oh god, I forgot what it was now. I feel really bad. Right, so now we want to try and either create a reflection or we want to try and create a neon glow or some sort of glow from this. So let's try the glow first and see if we end up with a result that we like the look of. Because it's only going to end up going like that, and because it's really bulky, Marie. It's because it's bulky text, it's not going to look the greatest. Yeah, I thought it was Lakeisha too. Yeah, Julia, yeah, it looks pretty sweet, that text. Okay, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get away with a glow, but we can still try and make a glow underneath. So we can try and make it look like it's got some sort of like effect going on it. So start off with some basic light in there. Oh no. And then let's duplicate these. Oh no, let's actually create a new layer, select, and then alpha lock. And then we can start to use the tiles again to demonstrate where the lighting's coming from. Oh, I've done it wrong. I forgot to mask it. There we go. Now I can start to reflect where all the lighting's coming from in these tiles. There we go, that's pretty cool. And then let's continue with that running underneath it as well. Okay, that's starting to really come together now, because that will really make it sort of look like it's having an effect on the environment around it, like that. Sorry, I was ignoring chat. That was so done else then. What did I mean? Again, my Marie, not Lakeisha. Got ya. Cool. Marie it is. So, I have to get up in 6 hours, so I have to leave. Good night, everybody. Pleasure for you being here. Enjoy the rest of your... Well, enjoy your day tomorrow, should I say, if you've got to be up soon. Laura, style of Annie, get in the chopper, get to the charger. I've actually got the charger here, I think. So I think what we can do to try and make it look like the sort of text is nice and bright is actually create some sort of like glow within the center. So like you could run a little glow straight through the center of the text like this, and in a second we'll have a mess around with the layer effects. But by doing that, you at least sort of give the illusion that it's a bright object. So something like that, and then you just scroll through the layer options. You end up, oh, that looks, oh, those colors look really cool. Bit too. See, that's looking a lot brighter now, so that's overlay's a good option. Carolina Reyes is the last subscriber on YouTube, the latest subscriber on YouTube. So everybody who subscribes gets their name up on there. So if you want to be a pain, you could unsubscribe and then subscribe again, and your name would show up on the screen. Marnie, good night. Fingers crossed to see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out as always. So let's actually try and add a sort of under highlight a little bit in here. Let's just try and see if we can work out a way that we can make this look really bright. I mean, the white actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe we could... There was one that brought in a lot of colour. I think it was this one, the lighten one. I think we'll go overlay, but let's just try and duplicate it a couple of times. No. Okay, cool. Right, that's actually looking pretty sweet. So let's try duplicating this glow first. I always use layer options just as a sort of tip, really, is they can just really help with trying to get that effect across that you want. I actually don't like that inside that like that anymore. I like that instead. That looks sweet. And the text at the top. No worries, Marie. Appreciate you as always. Appreciate every single one of you, to be fair. Everybody coming in here, showing some love. Right, let's create a clipping mask. I want to change the color of the sky in the background. Just to, I'll just try some yellow maybe in here. I feel like it could just do with something a little bit extra. Maybe those other colors were right. Maybe they just need bringing up a little bit. And then what we could do is merge those two together, duplicate that and reflect it in the floor. And then that will add a lot more color. That looks sweet. Very cool. Mess with our layer effects. As always, linear light looks pretty good. It lets a lot of the tile lighting through. And then I think we could do something like nice, like put like a lens flare on here or something, like a really retro sort of luminance flare. Ooh. Look at that. Love those. Okay, cool. Right, let's just get the text nice and straight. 1, 2. Nice and shiny. Oh, sorry, what did I miss? You guys. Look how cool that looks. That looks so cool. Should add lots more stars in the background as well. Let's try and mess around with maybe some extra lighting in the background. Something that might make this just have 1 or 2 extra little looks going on back there. Yeah, I'm just trying to mess around with the brush at the moment because this light leak one is the one we used in the original Cooper tutorial. But it's so... what's the word I'm looking for? Random. It's, you know, this takes a lot to try and sort of understand this brush. I think that looks really cool because it looks like an aura glow. You know, it looks like you've got the point of no longer reading our comments aloud. To be honest, look, I'm so lost. I don't know what's going on. I will read them out, I promise. Ah, no. What just happened? I just got a bit lost, Laura, reading them back. I got so wrapped up in trying to get this done, I got lost. Oh, this is looking sick. Right, so I've reflected that in the glass underneath. Let's try and see what we can do with that. Don't necessarily need to do anything with it in terms of the what's it called? The layer effects. We can just add a like little Gaussian blur on here. Maybe even no Gaussian blur, not motion. Motion tends to add too much movement in there, obviously, which we don't want. We just want a really nice, sweet reflection. I'm not sure if the aura glows too much, Julie, or if you like it or not. What do you reckon? Oh, you said you love it at that point. Disappointed you didn't sing the Kevin and Perry song. Which one was it again? How did you... What was the lyrics again? Oh, Jungle... Is it bigger? Jungle is Massive? No. That's is that Ali G? I'd we could do that for sure. That Discord voice thing, that'd be cool. Just try a bit of motion in it. Oh, that actually looks so much better. Just dragging that vertical sort of aura lines now upwards instead. They've all got a lot of direction in them then. That looks cool. Let's delete the one on the floor and re-reflect it. This is what I always end up doing. I always end up like I'll do something, but I'll end up spending some time just seeing if there's another way of doing it, because most of the time there is, and you can do something a lot better. Like when we were on live, weren't we, and we did the Cooper design for the portal, and adding in the crystal effect on the text looks so good. Oh, on the portal itself, sorry, looks so good. Laura, let me just read your comment. Hang on. What's happened here? Oh, that is actually correct. Is it? That doesn't look right. Yeah, so that gets flipped vertically and down. And then why did that do that? And bring those lines out that way and that line out that way, and then freeform that. That touches up to that one, and that touches up to that one. It's better. And then let's reflect that in the glass underneath. And you said, what did you say? Sorry. I love it. Can you erase the wee part in between the W and the J? Do you mean this bit here? So there's less colour. What about a moon? Never mind. You just did it anyway. Oh, okay, cool. Yep, we could put a moon in there at the very back. Let's have a try with that. We could draw a really simple one in there, actually, of like a... something quite big. That would look quite nice. And then position that just in behind. Like that. And then grab the eraser. Let's actually mask it so we can bring it back in if we need it. And then just grabbing the soft airbrush, nice and large. You can just pick a corner, really, of the moon and just erase like that, and then you end up with something really cool like that. Yeah, sorry, the delay is annoying. There was a way of turning it off actually, so I'll do that next time. Right, Julie, do you want it here? Do you want it up here, or like that? I think if we move that up, I mean, I think in behind there looks the coolest, but I'll let you decide. I'll wait for you in the chat to decide. Looks pretty sick though. God, this delay is annoying, isn't it? 5%. Bloody hell, Laura. Julie, sorry. Do you want it over up here? Where should we put it? I think it looks better and down there, but if you want it up here, we can put it up here. Get to the charger. It's alright, we're plugged in now. We're good. What do we reckon? Go back to the way you had it. What? Down here? Oh my god. Right there? At the bottom? In terms of a... you know what? I just like... Killing me. It's still is killing me. Right, do you want it up here or down there in terms of the moon? So up or down? I think you mean down. Right, okay, cool. Let's leave it there. And then what you can do is you can Laura, you mentioned this a second ago about putting some texture in there. You can just draw random shapes like this and then do the same thing on the layer mask. Just literally start erasing in a circular motion. Let's get rid of some shapes and then go in, create some random little shapes like that, and then making sure you mask like that. And then just keep erasing, and then you add some really cool stuff in that moon there. And I think this will end up being the finishing touch, to be honest with you, looking at what we've got. Let's try and add in every gap, really, just some sort of... That's already been fully erased. Need to try and find a gap somewhere just in these areas. There we go. Lovely little bit of texture. Oh. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that is the final touch. I do. I think we'll duplicate it and just reflect it in the floor, because we need to make sure consistency is all key. So flip that vertically and then just distort it outwards because of our perspective. And let's even scale it down a little bit as well. Something like that. Let's make sure it's clipped, which it is. And let's Gaussian blur it. And then let's just simply lower the opacity down of it just to try and blend it in. It's not so punchy. I want to lower that down a little bit more. I want to lower these down a little bit more. I think we've got our finished design. I think that looks pretty sick. That looks, that actually looks, I'm just looking up at the stream now. I think that looks pretty sick.
Awesome. I'm going to get that saved. I think I'm going to send that over to you, Julie. I think that looks pretty cool. The thing with these like types of retro designs, you could probably sit here for literally hours and just add in so many different details in here, in the sky and whatnot. You could literally just duplicate that, probably like, I don't know. What the heck? Random constellation of moons, maybe. Why does that keep doing that? That's so bizarre. I've never seen that do that before. Ah, Jilly, that's awesome. I'm glad I made your night. That's awesome. I think that looks sick. Let's just try and move these. Why does it keep doing that? I don't understand why it would do that. My sort of guilty thing with Procreate sometimes is I always say, yeah, that's it, that would do. I just don't stop though. You just end up thinking, what could you do? What else could you add? But I genuinely think that that is it. I don't think you can do any more with that. I think those, I don't know, if you like, do you like the extra moons in there or just the singular one? Again, you could just never stop with this. You could just keep going, but sometimes less is more. Let's try and group all these extra moons together, I think. And then I think we can potentially turn all of them off. I think Procreate, Laura, you're, like you said, in the same boat. I think it makes it so easy that you can just literally never stop. Whereas if you did a real painting, you would stop because you don't want to mess it up. But the fact that we can just experiment and keep adding a ton of stuff just means that you can just really just keep going until your heart's content, really. I think I like it with the extra moons. I think this one up here is really adding a lot of depth. Like, it makes it look really close. Save it and you can look at it whenever you miss me. I like the single moon or just the one extra. No worries. Well, let's get. I'll leave this group in here so you can decide what you do and do not like here. But I'm actually going to save this as this one, and I'm going to put it up on my story because you became a super supporter. So I'll put that on my story later on tonight just to give you some credit for that, because I do have a template actually that I need to probably do. Actually, scrap that. Still might post this anyway. I think it looks quite nice and look good on Instagram. So that is some big credit there. Big credit. Look how cool that looks. This floor tonight's been really effective. It just looks like it's got so much texture. And I really like the fact I've left the background open. So we end here and then, but the sky just continues on for ages. So I think that looks really cool. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Julie, I'll make sure to send you this file. So I'll give you the file and I'll give you the JPEG versions as well, so you can crack on and publish it to where you want. Davinberg's here. How you doing? Julie Wild in the chat. It has just become a superstar supporter over on Patreon. So we put this design together for her, as I did the same for Martian Creations the other day. So anybody who becomes a super supporter or a superstar supporter, I'll do a little design for if I'm live on YouTube at the time. I think it looks really cool. We've got some really strong retro vibes to this. It looks like the backdrop to a game, I would say. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Well, what's the time? We've hit the 2 hour and 10 mark. Long one. Long stream.
I've not missed anything, have I? Just double checking I've not missed. Yeah, I think that is the case. I think I'm gonna call it a day here. I think we've got two really cool designs today. We've got that one there for Julie and my ballerina on the sort of neon floor, which, to be honest with you, could if I'd have done it again, I would put the moon in the background again. I think it was such a nice little touch from this one. It looked really, really cool. So Davenport, just want to say your drawings are really cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support and the love. Thanks for dropping in and saying hello. But I am actually going to wrap it up there. So, girls and guys, I appreciate everybody hanging out, especially all of the regulars that are always here. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support as always, and yeah, coming in and constantly being here to say hello, and yeah, making sure somebody's here for me to speak to. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. New Patreon tutorial coming out tomorrow, and like I said, a really simple minimalistic one for the weekend as well. So I hope you all have I'm not going to be live probably till like next week again, maybe Tuesday, I'm not sure yet. I want to pick a day that will be regular, but so much goes on, don't really have the time to pick something that's regular. But yeah, it should be live again next week. So have a lovely weekend, everybody that's been in here. And I will catch up with you all next week. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. It's just an excuse for me to use my ending scene.